Today I'll show you a little thing that I just made that I found quite helpful. If you're making wine, sometimes it's difficult to get it to siphon. I consistently end up having to hold the siphon tube up above the sediment in the bottom. So I made this little jig. It's a bit crude now. Someday I might make a better one, but it's certainly functional. And that's the first prerequisite. Form follows function. If it looks good and doesn't work, it only looks good. So here's what I did. I happen to have these thumb screws, which are 1032, but you can just as easily use screws. I took 1¼ inch, actually I think I'm lying, I think that's 1½ inch ABS pipe, just about a 3-inch strip. Cut it down just a little over center so I had more to work with. Then I heated it and bent it so that it formed a lip. Formed a hook to go over the lip of the bucket. Then this other screw, and you can do that with locking on a wing nut or whatever. I just happen to have a thumb screw there, so I've locked it onto the bolt, and then the wing nut inside just helps to guide the tube, the siphon tube, and then you can clamp against it if you're gentle, and then the piston can fit inside of that. Show you how it looks when it's all hooked up. So now it's clamped in place. It doesn't move without forcing it. It can hold position. The wing nut inside serves as an initial guide, and then it helps to prevent. I can improve that by putting another nut on it so that it forms a rest for the tube. Here's the piston, and then the I'm not sure what they call this thing. This little plastic piece goes on the bottom just to keep it completely off the bottom so that it doesn't pull up all the sediment. It just sits in position like that. You can adjust it to any height you want. Found it helpful so far. Hope that helps you. I've changed it slightly already. Revision 2. Seems to be an improvement. I just took some 3/4 inch PVC conduit, split it in half, filed it, heated it, used a steel bar to just stretch it out a bit. Used a 1-inch steel bar so that we end up with a just slightly bigger than 3/4 inch to hold this siphon tube. Drilled a recess in the back of the PVC with a milling bit, but you don't have to have that. A drill bit will do. Show you what it looks like. You can also buy thumb screws, by the way, with a flat piece. Instead of a knurled nut like this one, it's just a flat piece of metal. And here's the piece. I'll just file that off a bit. 1/4 inch bolt fits inside that recess just so it doesn't slip around, and then it holds the tube securely. The other method worked, this holds it better. To store it, you just have to screw it against the side of the wall of the ABS pipe, the black stuff, and it holds it in position. You can sterilize it and put it away.